we are going to discuss about truncover. Today we are going to discuss about truncover option. So this option, where and when do we use truncover option? Just see one of the example data set, data new, input, name and job. These two are the character. That's why you can use the dollar symbol. Data lines are cards you can use. Then SAS programmer. Then Swati, Rakil, Ramu, Oracle Clinical, then Raju, SAP programmer. Let's run this one. Proc print data is equal to new, then run. Select and submit this program. So here we are not getting the correct output because of SAS. By default SAS reads only 8 bytes. So we can increase the length. Here we can increase the length to give the fixed column number. Just count this number. So here this Ramu Oracle Clinical is the biggest one, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here it starts from the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So here it is the 23 is the biggest one, right? 9 to 23. Just submit this one and run this one. So we got the correct output. Whereas this data, when we read this data in the external sources or external file, just observe the output. So when we read the data from external sources, we should read the data new one, in file, D drive, data, job. Here it is a text file, that's why the extension is that txt. Then input, name, job. So the length is the 9 to 23. Then run. Then print. Proc print data is equal to new one. Then run. Submit this. Select and submit this program and see the output. So here we are not getting the correct output because of, if even though we are giving the 9 to 23 correct length, so we are not getting the correct output. Here Yashwant, actually here it is the Yashwant is the SAS programmer and Swati Varakil, but whereas in the Yashwant and Swati Varakil came into a single line because of we are given the pixel length 9 to 23. When we are observe the first line Yashwant SAS programmer, here it is the length is the 9 to 22 only. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So when we are given the fixed length of 9 to 23, in the first line it is there in the length is a 9 to 23. So when it goes to the 23rd column, there is no data in the 23rd column. That's why immediately it goes and skips to the next line. This is called truncation. This, how to stop this truncation? To stop the truncation, we can use one of the option called truncover. Truncover is one of the option to stop the truncation. So when do we use this truncover? Means truncover is used when reading the data from external text files only. This truncover is used when reading the data from the external text files only. So in the infile statement, write truncover option. Then select and submit the program. You got the correct output. See, here you got the correct output. So when we are going to read the short length records by reading the data in the external sources, you can use the truncover option. So this truncover is no need for the data lines option here. So here it is the truncover option. So now let me explain one more time what is in input, in file and file. So in means to read. Input means to read the data under the given variables. Under the given variables. So in file means to read from a file. Then put means to write the data under the given variable. To write the data under the given variable. So here this in means to read, input means to read the data under the given variable, in file means to read from a file, put means to write the data under the given variables. So let us see one more example here. So data underscore null underscore means we are not going to create any data set. We are reading the data set. So in one file I'm having the D drive, in file D drive data. The file name is employee dot extension is txt. Then input name, age, sex, salary. So here input means input means to read the data under the given variables. Then so in file means what is in file? To read from a file. So file means to write from a file. So again we are writing in file means we are reading a one file. File means we are writing one more file. D drive data. So we are new emp. We are writing one more file, that is new emp. Dot extension is txt. So input means to read the data under the given variables. Put means to write the data under the given variables. So while reading, we are having the four variables: name, age, sex, salary. But while writing, we are taking only three variables: name, age, and salary. So here, then run. So we are not going to take print because of we are not going to create any data set. Just we are null underscore means we are not going to create any data set. Just we are reading one file and we are writing one more file. Just submit and run, submit and check log window. Go to log window. Three records for read from the in file. Detail data employee.txt. Three records were written to the file. So here we are read from the three records and we are written from the three records from the D drive data nump.txt. Go to the computer and go to the D drive. check the file. Here it is, the data is the folder. So employee is the we read from the file, and new emp is the we are written from the file. So here it is the employee is the we read from file, new MP is the we are written from the file. So while reading, here it is having the four variables: name, age, sex, and salary. Whereas while written the file is having the only three variables, that is name, age, and salary. So this underscore null underscore is using to create, not going to create any data set. So just we are reading one file and we are writing one more file. So here that by using the in file and file statement, input and put statement. Input means to read the data under the given variable. Put means to write the data under the given variable. In file means to read from a file. File means to write from a file. To write from a file. So today we can observe some of the options. So one of the option is page break option. So what is the page break option means? So it gives the line between the two pages. So the page break option is options form delim. Options form delim is the one of the page break option. So this one, select and submit this program. Yes, see, write any one program. Proc print data is equal SAS help dot class, then run. Select and submit this program, and see this one here. Write one more program. Proc print data is equal SAS help dot by, then run. This submit, select and submit this one. So there is a line between them each page. For this line we need the page break option. We can give the options form delim. And one more option, if you want to write if you titles and footnotes. Titles and footnotes, we can give titles and footnotes if you want. Proc print data is equal SAS help dot by tit SAS help dot by title my first program, run. So here we are giving the title. Before that, just simply it is coming that. So without null title, when we are giving the title, it is giving that it is coming the up top of the page, my first program. In the same way, we can give footnotes also. Proc print data is equal SAS help dot class footnote created by, run. Just select and submit this one. So this footnote is coming in the down of the page created by. So you can write up to 10 titles and 10 footnotes. Proc print data is equal SAS help dot class title my first program, title 2 my second program, footnote created by, footnote 2 Srinu. So here run, we can write up to 10 titles and 10 footnotes. Select and submit this one. Here it is, just observe. The first title is the my first program, second title is the my second program, and created by is the first footnote, and Srinu is the second footnote. We can write up to 10 titles and footnotes. The next one, proc print data is equal SAS help dot by. Then run. Here we are not going to give any titles and footnotes, just simply writing and submit. Even though these titles and footnotes are coming while we are writing. So if you want, these titles and footnotes are the global options. Once created, it will continue. If you want to remove these titles and footnotes, just you have to null title, right? Null title and null footnote. Title, footnote, just write and click and submit this one. Then these titles and footnotes are deleted. Then go to submit one more program. These titles and footnotes are coming. So if you can write up to 10 titles and 10 footnotes. So here today we are going to observe some of the rules to follow to creating a data set. So you have to follow some rules while you are creating a data set. For example, if you'll observe some of the data set, data, employee, input is the statement, name, age, sex, salary. So here sex, age and salary are the numeric, name and sex are the characters. If you are going to write the character data set, you should compulsory you should give the dollar symbol. Then next one, data lines or cards you can use. Then give some of the variable S1 10 male 10,000 Manasa 20 female 20,000 Srinu 30 male 30,000. So then run. Then proc print data is equal employee, then run. Select and submit this program by clicking F3 or the running symbol submit button. We'll get the output. So what are the rules here? Data is the keyword. Data means the information. Employee is the data set. So if you are going to create this data set, some of the rules you have to follow. So what are the rules? Just so these rules, first rule is every code begins every code begins with SAS keyword data. Data means information. Second rule, that is the dataset name should the dataset name should start with A to Z, A to Z or underscore. So no numerics can be used here. So no numerics can be used. The next rule is no space should be given between the data set. No space should be given. The next rule is the dataset name size up to the dataset name size should not exceed up to 32 bytes or 32 characters. The next one is every line of SAS code ends with semicolon. The next rule is every line of SAS code ends with the semicolon. The next rule is code, every code ends with run statement. Next rule is write code in single lines or multiple lines. Write code single lines or multiple lines. Next rule is input is the statement. In means to read. Input means to read the data under the given variables. The next, we can run the program. We can run the program by clicking submit button or F3. So in the next class, I will explain and I'll show why these rules are followed. So if the rule, if the dataset, in the name of the dataset, if space is present, what happened? If I use underscore, what happened? So before the dataset name, if it is a numeric is present, then what happened? If you didn't give the run statement, what happened? So these, if I didn't give the semicolon, what happened? How to check the log window? So how to check, how to follow the correct rules in the log window to creating a data set. Just we can see the next class, that one clearly